Yuji Itadori is spending time with the Occult Research Club at the same school. The club faces the threat of being disbanded due to Yuji's affiliation with other clubs, particularly the track and field team, which seeks to make use of his extraordinary physical abilities. Yuji's life takes a turn when he visits his dying grandfather in the hospital, who imparts final words of wisdom, urging Yuji to help people and lead a life surrounded by others. After his grandfather's death, Yuji encounters Megumi, who explains that a powerful curse is threatening the school due to a talisman's weakening seal. Yuji and Megumi return to the school to confront the curses. Megumi employs his 10 Shadows technique to combat the spirits, but they are soon overwhelmed by a more powerful curse. In a desperate move to save his friends and fulfill his grandfather's last wish, Yuji consumes the cursed object, a finger belonging to the feared curse Ryomen Sukuna, which grants him cursed energy. Against all odds, Yuji survives the consumption of the cursed object, and the spirit of Sukuna incarnates within him. However, Yuji struggles to maintain control over his body against the malevolent spirit. Megumi, realizing the gravity of the situation, prepares to exorcise Yuji, now a host for the dangerous curse. Yuji awakens in an unfamiliar room, bound to a chair and surrounded by talismans. He is greeted by Satoru Gojo, a teacher at Jujutsu High, who informs him that his secret execution has been decided upon due to the dangerous nature of the curse, Sukuna, inside him. Unaware of the gravity of his situation, Yuji inquires about his friends, but Gojo insists that Yuji should be more concerned about himself. Gojo challenges Yuji to prove he can control Sukuna's power by switching with the curse for 10 seconds. Sukuna emerges, displaying his overwhelming power, but Yuji successfully regains control of his body after the allotted time, passing the test. Megumi Fushiguro, who had been observing, pleads with Gojo not to execute Yuji, arguing that his ability to control Sukuna could be valuable. Gojo reveals to Yuji that the Jujutsu higher-ups have agreed to postpone his execution. Instead, they propose a daunting task. Yuji must find and consume all of Sukuna's fingers, which are indestructible cursed objects, to fully incarnate and eventually exorcise the curse within him. After the meeting, Yuji visits his friends in the hospital who are recovering from the curse attack. Despite feeling guilty, Yuji reassures them that it was not their fault. Resolute in his decision to fight curses and protect others, Yuji agrees to Gojo's plan. He consumes another one of Sukuna's fingers, and Gojo remarks that Yuji is a special being, the likes of which appear only once every 1,000 years. Yuji, determined to die in a manner that would honor his grandfather's last wishes, preparing to enroll at Tokyo Prefectural Jujutsu High School alongside Megumi to begin his journey as a Jujutsu sorcerer. Yuji Itadori, as he, is brought to the Tokyo Prefectural Jujutsu High School to begin his training as a Jujutsu sorcerer. Satoru Gojo guiding Yuji to the school, which serves as one of the main bases for shamans. Yuji's first task is to interview with the school's principal, Masamichi Yaga, which could potentially result in his immediate execution if he fails to prove his worth. During the interview, Principal Yaga is initially unimpressed with Yuji's reason for wanting to attend the school, which Yuji states is to fulfill his grandfather's last request to help people. To test Yuji's resolve, Yaga uses a cursed doll to attack him, believing that people show their true selves when cornered. Yaga challenges Yuji's motivation, suggesting that it should not be based on someone else's wishes. Yuji, however, stands firm and restrains the doll, declaring that he is the only one who can consume and contain Sukuna, and he does not want others to get hurt because of him. He expresses his desire to live without regrets, a conviction that ultimately convinces Yaga to accept him into the school. After the intense interview, Yuji is shown to his dormitory, where Gojo informs him that his body can now be used as a radar to track down Sukuna's fingers. Yuji is determined to participate actively in the fight against curses. rejecting the idea of staying behind while others fight. Gojo and Yuji preparing to meet the last remaining first-year student, Nobara Kugisaki. The team introduce with Nobara Kugisaki, the third first-year student at Tokyo Jujutsu High. Satoru Gojo, the teacher, decides to test the abilities of Yuji Itadori and Nobara by sending them to exorcise cursed spirits in an abandoned building near a cemetery. Gojo sends Yuji and Nobara into the building for a field test, instructing Yuji not to use Sukuna's power and forcing Megumi to stay behind. The focus of the test is to assess Nobara's capabilities as a Jujutsu sorcerer. Inside the building, Yuji is quickly attacked by a curse, but manages to defeat it using the slaughter demon knife given to him by Gojo, showcasing his physical prowess. Meanwhile, Nobara faces her own challenge when she encounters a mannequin possessed by a curse. She learns that the curses in Tokyo are much stronger than those in her countryside hometown. Using her tools, Nobara engages in battle with the curse, demonstrating her determination and abilities. Nobara is pitted against a more intelligent curse. She uses her cursed nails to attack a cursed mannequin, blowing its head apart with cursed energy. After seemingly exorcising the last curse, she discovers a little boy hiding in the corner. Initially, the boy is too frightened to come out, but when Nobara turns to leave, he begs her not to go. She then realizes that the boy is being held hostage by the intelligent curse. The curse, although low level, has enough intelligence to manipulate the situation. Nobara lays down her weapons, wishing to see someone named Saori one last time. At that moment, Yuji bursts through the wall and rescues the boy by severing the spirit's arm with his new weapon. Nobara then finishes off the curse with her straw doll technique, impressing Gojo with her abilities. Yuji asks Nobara why she wants to be a shaman, and she explains that it was her chance to move to Tokyo and stay true to herself. She reminisces about a girl from the city named Saori who had influenced her. Meanwhile, a cursed womb begins to grow a special grade cursed spirit. A flashback to July 2018 reports that 3 students went to deal with this curse, and of those 3 students, 1 died. Yuji Itadori, Megumi Fushiguro, and Nobara Kugisaki are sent on a mission to rescue survivors at the scene of a cursed womb appearance at the Eishu Juvenile Detention Center in West Tokyo City. Upon arrival, they are briefed by Kiyotaka Ijichi and instructed to evacuate the survivors without engaging any special grade curses. As they enter the detention center, they are faced with a gruesome scene of multiple inmate corpses, including the son of a woman who had pleaded with them to save her child. Yuji, driven by his desire to help, wants to retrieve the body for the grieving mother, but Megumi disagrees, arguing that they cannot risk their lives for someone who might have harmed others in the future. This leads to a heated argument between Yuji and Megumi, with Yuji questioning Megumi's reasons for saving him in the first place. The tension is abruptly cut short when Nobara falls through a dark hole and Megumi's white divine dog is killed. They are then confronted by a special grade demon which appears suddenly between Yuji and Megumi. The demon's power is overwhelming, and in an attempt to fight, Yuji loses his hand and the slaughter demon weapon to the curse. Meanwhile, Nobara is trapped in darkness, facing off against several curses on her own. Thank you for your viewing. If you liked the manga recap, then don't forget to subscribe to the channel and put a like under this video. Also, write in the comments which moment you like the most. The title of the manga is Jujutsu Kaisen, chapters 1 through 6. See you in the next video.